So today's video is going to be very different and not everyone's cup of tea, but I'm going to be doing a book collection. I personally really like to read. I never used to read when I was younger because I never had the time, but recently when I've been to college I've read a lot more because of train journeys and I've got my mum's Kindle and I've just tried to make time to read. So I just wanted to kind of show everyone my books because just for other teenagers out there that want a good book to read, hopefully I can help. Maybe. A lot of them people have heard of or have either read, but a few of them I've actually read before the films came out or before they became popular or whatever, so don't kill me, okay? I'm going to go on to books from my mum's Kindle. She's given it to me. I don't think she likes it anymore. So the first one is the Dalai Lama's Cat by David Mitchie. My mum read this book and she kind of recommended it to me when I was feeling a bit sad. And it's basically the Dalai Lama's cat. It's from the perspective of the cat, which you kind of realise after a while. You go, furball? Ew. It's from the perspective of the cat, and it's just very calming. And for me personally, I didn't really enjoy it. I kind of finished it because I kind of like to finish books, but it kind of felt like to me it dragged a bit, but it was quite nice and calming and interesting, just not my kind of cup of tea. The second one, which is a bit of a weird one for me, is And Then There Were None by Agatha Christie. At Christmas time there was a TV production of And Then There Were None. It was 3 episodes I think, and I personally really loved them. I loved how they were filmed to start off with, and I loved all the characters in the cast, but I really liked the story itself. I found it very interesting and very cool, and I decided to read it. I didn't find it very difficult to read. I'm not very good with difficult to read books, but hers weren't. It was really interesting, really cool. It was a bit different than the TV show, but obviously that always happens. But I just really liked it, so I really recommend that one. And next I have is My Heart and Other Black Holes by Jasmine Wagar. I literally can't remember reading this one. I looked at my Kindle and went, oh yeah. It's kind of a bit, when you read the blurb, it's a bit weird. I would read it to you, but I don't know how to on the Kindle. Kind of, I think, of 2 kind of like suicidal people, and they're gonna like organise it and do it together, which sounds really depressing, but it's not that depressing. It's kind of cool. I think it's a children's book, so it can't be that sad. But I just want to point out, I do judge a book by its cover, so this had a really cool cover. It had a really cool cover, so I wanted to read it. Don't shoot me. But yeah. I would recommend reading out the blurb. I really can't remember it that much, but I think it was a good read. I think I did try and finish it a bit early, because on the Kindle it tells you how far you are into the book, and I think I was sitting there like, another like 70% left. So it wasn't one I was very interested in. Next is The Perks of Being a Wallflower by Stephen, I can't read his word, Chopsky. Now, I've always wanted to read this book, always, and then I finally watched it at my friend's house, and that pushed me to wanting to read even more. So I got it on the Kindle and I read it, and it's really cute, it's very sweet. It's like Charlie's, the main character's, letters. It's really nice. It's just so sweet. But if you do watch the film, it is kind of different. But I didn't really mind that. It was a nice film. I mean, a nice book. And then this, which is the book I'm currently reading, is called Faceless by Alisa Scheinmel. I think that's what it's called. I think this is like a teen book because I saw it in Waterstones and I read the blurb and I really liked the sound of it. It's kind of a bit like this other book I've got. She's basically been struck by lightning or had an electric burn, and she has no face. So she has like a face transplant, and it's about like, I think it's just kind of her coming to terms with it and stuff. It's really cool so far. I really like it. I'm nearly halfway through. But yeah, it's really good. It's really easily written. I think it is for a teenager, so it should be easy to read. But I really like it so far, so I would recommend that one as well. Even though I haven't finished it, so it might go really crap, but we'll just have to see. So that's all of the books on my Kindle. I'm now going to go through my hard copies. I'm going to go through it by author because I have a good collection of different authors. And I bet you can all guess who the first one is. It's a person that everyone loves, which I'm not a huge fan. I have another one. Where's the other one? So the first author I'm going to show you that I've got is John Green. Literally every single teenager in the world has John Green. I read a few of these books before they were like... So obviously I have The Fault in Our Stars, which is the book that everyone loves, everyone's read, and it is a film. I'm one of those people that didn't really like them. Don't kill me again. I haven't read this in so long. I might reread it again. I do kind of like the film better, maybe. I read this way before the film came out, and yeah, because I read it and I didn't think it was that amazing, and then everyone loved it, and I was like, what? But yeah, it's just one of those. I think how he writes kind of confuses me a bit, which is kind of the same for other ones. And then the other ones is I have Looking for Alaska, which again I'm not a fan really of. For me again, it's kind of wrote a bit weird. I gave it a go, and it's just not my favourite. But my favourite one, which they have recently made into a film, which I actually said at the time, this would be as good as a film, and now it is. And it's Paper Towns. This is my favourite John Green book. I haven't read it in so long, but I think I like how this one's wrote. I like the story. It has Margot. Is that her name? Yeah. I just like this one a lot more. I don't know why. I think it's just, I just like it. This one feels like it's a bit too sad. This one feels like it's a bit, the characters are too old, or the story's a bit confusing. This is a good middle. And look at the front cover of this one. I know John Green has different types of front covers, but this is my favourite one. And then this one, which has John Green in it, it's Let It Snow, but I don't like John Green's little story in it. I think it's Maureen Johnson. Basically, this is kind of the three authors have all made a story, and it's kind of all set around the same thing. So there's the train, it's Christmas time, and the train breaks down, and one person kind of talks about one different character and so on. And I like the first person's, but I think it's Maureen Johnson. But she didn't do any more books, which makes me really sad. So next I'm going to go on to this person who I love. Literally got the whole collection, and it is Rainbow Rowell. Love her. Her books are becoming more popular now. I'm like, yes, Rainbow. So the first book I got from her was Fangirl. This is about twins and this girl who's a bit more like quiet, and she writes a book, and it's like how she becomes friends and opens up and stuff like that. I didn't really like this one that much. I like this other one, which is my favourite book of all time. I think this is becoming more popular now. I just didn't really like the novel bit, because it had had sections of her own novel in it, and I didn't really like them bits. I kind of skipped most of them parts. Oopsie. Now this book is my favourite book ever. 1, I love the cover. 2, I just love the story. So it is Eleanor and Park. I think this is becoming popular. It's basically about Eleanor, who is kind of like, wears mismatched clothes, it's a bit messy looking, and then Park, who is different to her, and how they kind of become friends, and it's just a really cute story. I've read this like 5 times now. I just love it. It's so sweet. I think it's set in like 19 something as well, and they use cassettes. 1986. And the 2 ones I have is Attachments and Landline. I don't know if I've seen how this one ends, have I? I must have. I kind of didn't fully love these 2. I much preferred Eleanor and Park, but they were really good to read. 1, the covers again, this cover, yes. They're just very sweet and very cute to read again. This one's kind of like a time machine phone. Actually, I kind of liked this one, but the ending I thought was a bit crap. But yeah, I would recommend giving this one a read. But I kind of can't really remember this one. Oh yes, I remember. There's a man who kind of has to check people's emails, and he kind of goes into these two women's emails and reads them, and it's like they're talking about him, but they don't know, that kind of thing. Yeah, actually, I really do like these. I would recommend these. Just Rainbow Rowell in general, and she only has 4, I believe, and I've got them all. Next is Susannah Collins. I do have the other one, but I don't know where it is. So I have The Hunger Games, which I read this on holiday, and oh, it's broken. Look how damaged this book is. I like The Hunger Games. My favourite book is Catching Fire, and I think that is my favourite. My favourite film is Catching Fire, and I think it is my favourite book as well. These are just really good. They're just, go Susannah Collins, you're a bae. They're just really cool, and they're really nice, and these are my favourite covers. I have a weird cover, that's it for the other one, but I love these the most. Everyone's read this, everyone's watched it, so no brainer. So the final 3 are Mismatch. Now, if you've watched other videos or if you just know me, I love Rosie. Favourite film, not ever, but it's my favourite film, because I love Sam Claflin. He is a cool actor, and I really love the film, so I thought, oh, let's read the book. Whoa, no. Hate the book. It's written in such a weird way. Right. So it's in text and email form, but it misses out big parts. Like, for example, she'll be like, hey Alex, want to come over for a party? Yeah, sure. And then it'll go to, thanks for the party. So it misses bits out, and it really frustrates me. I read it all, but I don't like it. If I read it maybe before the film, I would like it, but I just don't like it. Don't like the story. I much prefer the film's version of the story. So if you really like the film, you might not like this. Sorry if I've just insulted you if you like that book. It was originally called Where Rainbows End, just FYI. So on to the 2 final books, and I both bought these because of the front covers. The first one is The Rosie Project by Graham Simpson. He does have 2. He has this one with a lobster on, and then he has one with an apple on. Now this it was quite an interesting read, but this really annoyed me. You know when you're reading a book and you kind of look to see how many pages you have left. So I looked and I was like, oh, I've got loads left. This is how many pages it leaves. It ends craply. Really crap. Ow. It's just the ending. It really annoyed me. I was like, oh yeah, it's going to carry on, and then it just ends, and I'm like, what? But it's basically a scientist called Don Tillman who does the wife project. So he's trying to find the perfect partner, and then there's a girl called Rosie who's trying to make him a bit more different and come out of his shell, and he kind of ends up liking her, I think. But I don't know if I'll read the Apple one. I kind of want to read the Apple one because I think it's not called The Apple. It's just got Don Tillman in. But not my fave because it ends weird. That's why. And finally, I quite like this one. I've watched it read it a few times, and I kept seeing it, and I was like, I'm just gonna buy it. And it's Wonder by R.J. Palicio. I think that's what it's called. And basically, it's a boy called August who has a disfigured face. What is it called? Like, he has, you know, face problems where, you know, your face really goes bad. And it's basically how he gets through school, and it goes to different people's viewpoints in different chapters. And I really love this. It's so sweet. I cried at one bit because, yeah, it does make me cry, just a heads up. But it's really cute, it's really sweet, and it's just so, Yes, August. Even though August is a really weird name for a boy, I'm not gonna lie. I was like, this doesn't sound right, but it's just really nice. And this person does not do any more books. It really annoys me because I'd read a lot more of their novels. So yeah, I would really recommend this. It's really cute and just so adorable. So yes, that is all the books I have. I swear I have a few more, but I just don't have them with me. Yes. So I hope you enjoyed this video. Sorry it's a bit more different, but I just wanted to share with you all because I'm a bookworm at heart. So yeah, I'll see you next week. Bye!